beautiful, Christina. Okay, we're recording now so other students can watch this on YouTube. Let me ask Jack, how are you, Jack?
I'm fine.
Jack in HCM, Ho Chi Minh City. Hey, Jack, Christina was trying to tell us how hot it is. How hot is it, do you think, Jack, in Ho Chi Minh City today?
Now it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit in
Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah. Is it raining? Because on the television it said there was a lot of rain in Southeast Asia.
No, there
No,
is
it's not.
sun. I don't see any rain fall from the sky.
Ah, okay. Hey, you guys, I said Southeast Asia. Do you remember the old name that the French people gave Thailand and Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam? What's the old name for Southeast Asia? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Hello, May. Good morning, May. May looks so
Morning,
cool.
teacher. How are you today?
I'm fine. We're talking about the old name for Southeast Asia that the French people and the British people and Americans, what did they used to call Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and even Thailand?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
You don't know? Okay, I'm going to type it in the chat box because you guys have to start to learn to use chat box here. So the old name is Indochina. Indochina. Have you heard that in school?
I think I did.
Yeah. But see, the problem with these old names is, you know, as the years go on, 80 years later, people from Cambodia and Vietnam say, well, we're not part of the same country. It's just a region. So please don't put us in the same country like it's one big country, you know. Let me see. English to French. Now, this is kind of interesting, you guys. I'll do a share screen because I like the Google Translator to use for your class. And so English, we used to say Indochina, but that was like 80 years ago. So here it is in English.
Indochina.
Indochina. It's a little noisy. Sorry, let me turn it down. Now here it is in French, you guys.
Indochine.
Indochine. French is such a funny language. Indochine.
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 Oh my
Very
God.
funny, you guys. And then in English,
Indochina.
Indochina. Indochina. Now let's take a look here. We'll put the Google share on and I'll write map of Indochina. Now this will be an old map. And so is it just Vietnam? What is the region they're talking about here? Well,
Vietnam.
yeah. What language is this? Isn't even English. Oh, it's German. It's Volksrepublik of China, North Vietnam,
wow.
South Vietnam. You guys, this is so old, this map. They talk about South Vietnam and North Vietnam as it's two separate countries.
Right.
Let's
I
look
think
at
this
that.
is a Vietnam War.
This is a better, okay, so Indochina, the old style was Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Kind of interesting, huh?
What about China?
China's up here, and they put that famous Hainan Island in China. But you guys, do you know the Hainan Islands, did Vietnam once say this was part of their kingdom like 300 years ago? Does anyone know the history of that?
What kind of
it's,
island is that?
I don't know.
it's so close. It's so close. Like you could easily send trading ships to Hainan Island in the Gulf of Tonkin. Hey, you guys, you know, I study some stuff about Vietnam. You know what's interesting? Do you see the North Coast here because it's so close to China? Did you hear what happened in one small village? They know that there were all these old ships here, and finally some scuba divers got permission from the Vietnamese government to go to the old shipwrecks. And so let me show you a picture. Treasure shipwrecks.
In Vietnam.
Vietnam, yeah. Do you guys know this story? They finally, the scuba divers international team went down there.
Oh my God.
And you know what these pieces of pottery they found, these broken ones aren't very, stuff like this. Let's get a good picture. It's a Chinese trading ship, but they also found ships from Saudi Arabia.
Oh my God.
And war stuff. But do you know some of these jars? Let me find a good picture to really show you. treasure shipwrecks. The Vietnamese government said, please don't take this because do you see this pottery is from China? Each piece of this is worth thousands of dollars. And
What?
yes, like one bowl might be worth
That's
$20,000.
cool.
This might be $50,000 or $100,000. So
Cool.
the Vietnam government told the local people in the villages, don't sell that treasure. That's not your treasure. It's part of Vietnam's history. We want to put it in a museum, right? But the temptation is too much because your family could get really rich if you sell these pieces, right? Like these ones here, these are so old and so expensive. So there's a little story for you to start today. Maybe we could use that as a debate topic, you guys. We could say like, should the government make sure that people don't take the treasure from the beach? Okay, let me go down the line and say hello because it's now 11:03. I want to get everybody's name. We have William. How are you, William?
Good.
Good, good to see you. And then we have Christine. I said hello. May, I said hello. Fook, Mr. M. Fook, good to see you. And Fook, did you have a problem with your camera? Ben Tron. Hey, Ben, that's a cool name. Hey, Ben, did you have a problem with your camera? Oh, no, there's Ben. You're okay. I did see Fook last Monday, so maybe Fook had a problem with this thing. How are you and Mr. Henry doing?
I'm good.
Is Henry behaving?
Yeah.
I just ask you funny questions because you have a little brother, and sometimes little brothers. Here's a word for you, Ben. I'm going to put this in the chat because I have an older brother, John, and he used to say, Brendan, you're pesky. Pesky is when they give you problems. They talk too much or something. Pesky, you guys. There's a good word. I want to talk to H. Fook. H. Fook from Ho Chi Minh City. How are you?
I'm fine.
Fook, were you on class? Did you have a problem with your camera on Monday?
No.
I don't remember talking to you directly. I'm sorry. So there's H. Fook and there's H. Fu and then there's M. Fook. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so you're different people. Okay, that's fine. So M. Fook, you're in Ho Chi Minh City. Hey, M, is M for Michael or Matthew? What is M for?
M is Min.
Oh, Min. Okay, that's a famous name, Min. Can I call you M? M is kind of cool. Hey, M. Min. Min, what's your favorite thing to do in Ho Chi Minh City? Is it to go to school, to meet your friends, play computer games, go shopping?
It's shopping.
Okay, cool. Do you buy games or clothes or food?
And buy
Everything?
so variety.
A variety of things? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Mr. H. Fu. We'll call him H. H. Fu, how are you? Also Ho Chi Minh City.
I'm fine.
All right. Did I meet you on Monday, H. Fu, or are you a new student?
No.
Yeah.
You got me in Monday.
Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. I like you say, no. Very good. Very confident. You are in Ho Chi Minh City. What do you like to do in Ho Chi Minh City? What kinds of things?
I like to go to school with my friend.
Yeah, when I was 11 and 12 and 13, I liked going to school. But then age 14, the math and science got really difficult. And I didn't like going to school when I was 14. All right. Let's see. We have Vu Dui Kong, or just Kong. Hello, Kong. How are you?
Good.
Kong, you have cool headphones. Do you like playing computer games?
Yes.
Now, do you play online where you use the microphone and talk to other people?
No.
No? Okay. What computer game do you like to play? Is it soccer, car
Yeah,
racing?
soccer.
Oh, soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah, a lot of students like soccer. Okay. Thanks, Kong. How about Diana? Diana, how are you? Diana. How are you, Diana?
Good.
Good. Yeah. What are you going to do today? It's Wednesday, Diana. Anything special?
Today, I'm
Yeah.
learning with you.
Mhm.
I'm do some English homework,
Yeah.
reading books, and play.
Hey, what are you going to play? I'm curious to know.
I don't know, but I can play with my cousins.
Oh, okay. Now, if it gets too hot, do you guys play with like do water sports or do I know anything with water, cool water if it gets too hot?
If I'm hot, I'm just gonna take a bath.
Okay. I asked that question because American kids make water balloons. Do you guys play with water balloons?
Not really. Not
You know,
much.
you fill up the balloons with cold water and you have a water balloon fight in your house because it's so much fun. Do you guys have you seen a water balloon fight in a movie or something?
No, I've not seen the
Oh,
water.
okay. I'm gonna show you
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna show you guys before we started our debate. Water balloon fight.
Mr.
And that's gonna
Brendan,
be good. Yeah.
last week I just played a water balloon fight in school.
Yeah, see, if you go to like a school, like an international school, they'll come up with a water balloon fight for you because they know it's pretty safe. It doesn't hurt. It's so much fun. Look at how much fun that is, a water balloon. Look at these kids. So they line up and they throw them. You don't need special goggles or anything. The teacher
Whoa,
says
cool.
the teacher says maybe don't throw them too hard at each other's faces, but you put on t-shirts and shorts. And a lot of Americans have big back gardens like this, and then they throw them at each other. The only
Oh
problem
my
is,
God.
I know the only problem is like when boys and girls get like 12 years old, the boys get really strong throwing arms because they play baseball and basketball. And sometimes the boys throw too hard. Look at this little girl. What a fighter. I love that. Yeah. Would you guys like to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just gets really
Yes,
crazy.
yes.
Look at this poor kid with the red hair. That's the problem in Europe and America, Australia. You have these kids with unbelievable fiery red hair, but their bodies are so white that they get sunburned really easily, right?
Oh my
Ben, do you
God.
know any kids like that in Richmond
No,
or in BC? Yeah, the red hair kids.
that's rarely seen.
Oh, you've really seen that. Okay. Are you guys ready for debate? Because I want to make sure everybody's here. We have 18 members today, or 17 with teacher, so that's really great. And remember, I'm going to try to ask as many of you questions as I can because your mothers and fathers want you guys to have a chance to speak. And I'll talk to Ms. Duke about that because we have students like Ben who's in high school and then some other Jennies in high school. You guys possibly could lead a group discussion in the breakout rooms. You get to be team leaders, and then you just make sure that people don't just start talking about crazy stuff. They try to stay on topic, right? Because like, let's say I say playing computer games at night is bad because you can't get to sleep and you'll be sleepy in the morning. And then some other kid starts talking about his favorite computer game, and then someone says, oh yeah, dude, I rock at that game. Is like, wait, you're off topic. You're not talking about it. So let me discuss that with Ms. Duke, okay? Hey, Rose, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher.
Oh, we have Rose from Hanoi, and then we have Rose, who's just Rose. Hello, just Rose. How are you? I'm sorry to call you just Rose. How are you, Rose?
I'm fine.
Okay, sorry, there are two Roses. Hey, Rose, what city are you from?
I'm from Dong Nai. It's next to Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh, okay, so we have Rose from Hanoi. Can you put your hometown name next to your Rose name, Rose? It sounds funny. Put it next to your Rose name, Rose, and then I'll say, okay, that's Rose from there, and that's Rose from Hanoi. Rose is one of my best friends in Chicago. By the way, I
Oh,
love that name, Rose. Yeah,
there's a lot
Rose.
of roses.
Rose and Christina. I know a Christina who's teaches at a women's college, but she's a British woman. She's friendly. She's about 65 years old though. She's still teaching you
What?
guys. Yeah. All right. Bayo, are you there? Bayo came in. Bayo, good to see
Yes.
you. Bayo, how are you today?
Hello. I'm fine.
Good. I'm drinking ice cold milk coffee, so I'm very happy. Mm. Bayo, did you think about that question that I gave as a study question for everybody? It was about plastics, the good things about plastic and the bad things about plastic.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What can you tell me about plastics so we can start our debate?
Plastic is like bad for the environment.
Yeah.
So people
throw it away because sometimes it breaks and it's not useful.
Uh-huh.
So it ends up sometimes in the ocean. So the animal eat it, and then like fish or like other animals that we eat in the ocean, and then they eat the plastic, and then we eat the animals.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, Bayo, they did some research. A lot of human beings have plastic all over the world. People have plastic in their bodies now. Did you know that? Okay, you guys, if you check the chat, I tried to write Bayo's words. Plastic is bad for the environment because it breaks into small pieces and animals eat it and it comes into our bodies too. What do you call it if Bayo were to open his debate? What do you guys call that position? Do you guys remember the name for that? Jenny, do you remember if Bayo starts with the first speech in the debate, what do you call his position, his team?
Affirmative.
Nice, very good. So, Jenny, can you give us the negation that if Bayo were to say we need to stop using so much plastic, can you give me the negative team response? You told me on Monday it was a really good response, by the way.
It's like cheaper.
Yeah, that's good. You said cheaper, but plastic is cheaper. And did you talk about plastic being strong?
No, it's not me. I just said it's cheaper.
Okay. Plastic is cheaper. It uses less energy to make it than steel, because plastic is actually can be really strong. So I put the negative response from Jenny, but plastic is cheaper. And then of course, teacher says it uses less energy to make than steel. Steel uses a lot of fire energy, you guys. Plastic is more a chemical reaction from the process of turning oil into plastic. Okay, so we got that first part right. And if you want to tell me more, I will gladly put it there. But what I want to show you is I have a page from introducing debate to some younger students last January. And I looked at it this morning, and this will give us a chance to read. So let's start with Rose 10 from Hanoi. Rose, can you read this first part from here to here?
Me?
Yeah, is that okay?
First question, what is debate? Can you tell everyone what you think it is? Debate is statement. I like sweets. I especially like chocolate cake for breakfast. Chocolate cake is really good for me. Can someone disagree with me and give reasons why chocolate cake is not good? What kind of words or language will you use? Hint, use nice, respectful language. Try. Negative team counters with. Thank you to the affirmative team for presenting their case. However, we must respectfully disagree. We think eating chocolate cake for breakfast is very bad for your health. 2, while we appreciate the affirmative team perspective, we believe there are significant flaws in their argument. Allow us to offer a rebuttal to the points raised by the affirmative team.
Yeah, so rebuttal. Rebuttal means we're going to answer back. Rebuttal. Nice reading, Rose. That's really great reading. I mean, you're a primary student, and it's wonderful reading, I think, you guys. Okay, I'm going to put this underline here because it's really important. I hope this stops snapping. I'm going to underline that because this is the language of the debate. And this is the language of the debate. This is the negation. So you guys, you almost have to speak in this language. If you want to do a screenshot on your computer, if you can do that. For each of these lessons, I'm going to make a PDF file for you, maybe a Word file also. And so if I can teach you one important thing, it's what Rose just read here. These 3 negations are really good. There are actually 10 negations, but I only want to give 3 of them so I don't throw so much stuff at you, right? Okay, so Rose from Dong Nai, can you read this part here?
Remember, debate is a formal discussions on a particular matters in public meetings or legislative assembly, in which opposing arguments are put forward and which usually ends with a vote. But in school debate, the votes come from the judges, not from the members.
Nice, nice. Okay, now here's a little bit of a thing. Hey, Christina, are you still there?
Yeah.
Hey, Christina, can you read this part here and then look at the picture, okay?
Look at this guy at his table. Do you think this is a structured, formal, serious debate? Or is he just having fun with people?
Christine, what do you think? He says, I will argue with anyone about anything.
I think he's serious.
Look at his face. He does look kind of serious. Do you have to pay him like $1 to debate with him? Christine, if I gave you $1 and I said, go over there and start debating with that guy, would you do it?
No.
Does he look scary?
No.
What if he gets like really angry? So my question, should you get really angry in a debate?
No.
Nah, it's probably not a good idea. You don't want to argue like that in a debate with somebody. It's just not a good idea, you guys. Okay, now I just want to get into some small details here that's kind of important. So I'm going to choose another one. Let's see. Let's go to Mr. Let's see who we need. M. Phuc from Ho Chi Minh City. Would you like to read this blue part?
Yes.
Wait.
Okay. There's M. Min Phuc.
Do you think an argument is a good form of debating? If an argument is a lot of enemies and shooting, that is produce good results. What do you call interesting name calling when you disagree with somebody? I will write the answer in chat so you cannot see it. That is where you attack the person instead of the idea that you disagree with. This term
ad hominem. Yeah.
Ad hominem. It also called a logical fallacy.
Yeah.
It is a false argument that does not have much value or is not worthy of the questions. That is to say, it has nothing to our understanding about things. This sounds case of Sicilianism. All these words are Latin. Public debate comes from ancient Roman speaking. Latin, Italian 2,000 years ago. Political, the people. Does it sound familiar? So this is Republic of Vietnam. Republic comes from public or ruled by the people. Question, how can we begin to think locationally, intelligently for debate and other school work?
Yeah, so I think it's important when we're talking about debate, there's open debate in the streets, which ancient Rome and Greece were famous for. The real serious debate took place in the Roman Senate. And do you guys know the Roman Senate? The Roman Senate. Yeah. Did you study that in history?
Yes.
What terrible thing happened in the Roman Senate to Julius Caesar? There they are. Debate. They're wearing their long togas. Do you know these were made of cotton? And then silk started to come from Vietnam and China, and they switched to silk, and it was really expensive. And Rome used a lot of its golden coins to buy silk, and it became a public crisis. Cicero, one of the most famous debaters, and here they are debating. But this Senate was the richest, most powerful people in Rome, so this wasn't really a public debate. you had to be a rich person who owned a lot of land with a lot of slaves to debate there. But just quickly, it's violence. And so we have Julius Caesar went to the floor of the Senate. Do you guys know this story?
No.
Oh, it's
No.
a violent picture, and so
No.
I'll only show it to you
No.
very quickly. Look what the senators did. They attacked him with knives and they killed Julius Caesar because they said, we don't want a king. So all the senators secretly took out their knives and they killed the poor guy, and there he is dead. So there was no debate there. They just did like animals. They attacked him. So this Roman Senate is kind of a problem. They're supposed to be these really rich guys, you know, who come from good families. And here they are beating and killing Julius Caesar, who was kind of the president of the country, just
Okay.
because they hated him, because they thought he was too powerful, and they hated kings. They wanted to keep it a republic, you guys. It's all very cool. So it was supposed to be a debating place, and it just didn't stay a good, healthy debate. All right. Okay, so I just want to go back to one thing that I put here. I said this one. What is debate then? We're talking a lot about debate. What is debate? Can someone quickly raise your hand? Use the raise your hand thing at Zoom, and then I'll call on like 3 people. So what do you think debate is? Ben, do you want to try Ben Tron?
I think debate is when you argue with other people about your side of opinion opposed to the other person's side of opinion.
And then, however, when we argue, we try to what?
Use formal words.
Nice.
Use nice words.
Nice word.
Words.
Yeah.
A Julius Caesar, huh?
Crazy event. All right.
Oh, come on.
Why crazy?
Crazy because they killed Julius Caesar during a debate. I mean, come on. Do you think that's good? That's terrible.
Mr. Brendan,
Yes.
you mean like our opponents kill us or something?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to insult your opponent. You don't want to call them stupid. You don't want to shout at them. You want to use this nice language, you guys. Thank you for the affirmative team for presenting their case. However, we must respectfully disagree with you, right? So the focus is on respectfully. While we appreciate means we think you're intelligent, but you're missing one of the arguments here. Allow us, you're saying, please let us offer a rebuttal. So what you're trying to do with good debate is come up with new solutions to serious problems. And you don't want to, you know, steamroll the other person. Do you guys know that word steamroll?
No.
Steamroll. Steamroll is a big piece of machinery to make highways. All right. So if I do this steamroll, no, this is crazy. Here's a steamroller. Okay, one
You
moment, please.
didn't share the screen.
Ben, do you know that word steamroll?
No.
All right, let me share this with you. Steamroll your opponent means you run right over them. And it's
Oh,
terrible.
no.
Here's a steamroll. Steamroller, everybody.
Oh, that
Oh,
one.
yeah, that's called a steamroller. So you don't want to run over your opponent with this, and you're driving it. You say, I'm going to destroy you because your debate is stupid, right? You don't want to steamroll somebody. You want to be polite, right?
Mr. Brendan.
Yes, please. Who's talking? You can raise your hand. Who is it? Okay, it's Christina. Go ahead, Christina.
On the picture,
On the
Why?
picture.
what do you mean by rolling them?
Really, to see how heavy this is, it means you're going to crush the other person with your words because you're using really strong language. You
There's no
don't
way.
want to do that. In a debate, you have to be sensitive, you guys. So you don't want to steamroll them. You want to go easy and be confident in your debate style. And this way you'll make a productive result, right? You won't because the judges in a debate will get angry if you start shouting, you guys. You'll lose points and your team won't win. All right. I want to give you guys these pointers in a debate, and so I need somebody to read. Let's go to someone who I haven't called on yet, so you each get a chance to read and speak. Fiona, how are you, Fiona? Fiona from Fiona, would you like to read half of this, and then I'll give another half to maybe Christina can read part 2. Okay, Fiona, here you go.
All right, here are some suggestions. Focus on this on the insult. Direct your comments towards does benefit voice based on the topic under discussion. Sally is keeping her point without changing things. Be specific. If you disagree with a point, give specific reasons and counter arguments rather than jumping into personal attacks. Use neutral. Use neutral language. Choose words that are respectful and avoid the derogatory
Yeah, derogatory terms means, bad language.
I got it. Personal insults. People do this all the time on social media. And this is why some social media never really has good discussion, such as YouTube. Acknowledge valid points. This one is really important. If you opponent makes a valid point, then tell them. But this can also be difficult when your opponent start getting nasty and responding to something like this, such as, well, now you're agreeing with me because you can't make up your mind which positive you're taking. Do you see how that means and not necessary, but people debating sometimes like that?
Yeah, that kind of debating, Fiona, is, sometimes husbands and wives, you see your mother and father get into an argument, it says, well, now you're disagreeing with me, now you're agreeing with me, and it gets very confusing, it gets very emotional, and that doesn't make very good debate, right? Okay, so just a quick thing, we have some vocabulary words. Derogatory is like really pretty terrible. Like maybe you say, oh, that person is from Indonesia and they only think that way because that's the way Indonesian people think. And you say, that's not nice. It's just a person you're debating with. Please don't talk about their country, their religion. It can be difficult. All right, Christina, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, Christina, can you read these two?
Okay. Ask clarifying questions. This is the lawyer style, and it's very effective. Ask questions to clarify your opponent's position. Do not assume or guess about things. In this way, you can understand your opponent's perspective or viewpoint more accurately. Then you can respond more effectively. Remember, some debates have time limits, and you don't want to waste time. Stay calm. Emotional responses will cause tension or anger to rise, and this is where the personal attacks start. If you get upset, give yourself a moment or two to relax before responding.
Yeah, maybe you love dogs and cats, and in some places like China, they eat dogs. So the debate question, yes, you know that, and don't watch the YouTube videos because they'll make you so sad that I hate to see it. So, like you said, what? That's an emotional response, and I get emotional
they eat
too.
the dog.
They think that the dog has special power because how dogs are so strong. They think that if you eat the dog, you're going to bring that dog's power into your body. They do that in Korea. Korea also does that, but the government said they're going to stop doing that because it's horrible. The men think that if you eat the dog's energy, you'll be a strong fighter. And this is just terrible. So please promise me you won't watch the YouTube videos of that because it will just make you really sad. If you love dogs, I love dogs. And it still makes me sad to think about it. I watched that video like 5 years ago.
There's no way I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, that's a good idea then. Don't watch it, you guys. So if someone is using, we talked about this before, if someone is using a text ad hominem, this is a great word to learn, because if you guys are in a school debate and someone starts using insults during a discussion, you say, please don't use ad hominem responses. Your teacher, if they're from a foreign country, will smile because they can't believe how intelligent you are to use such a great expression like ad hominem, right? Okay, there it is. Sorry, just erased. Ad hominem. It means, homonym means people, and so it means to the person. It's Roman Latin. Okay, I want to try another one. Fu Dui Kong, hey Kong. These responses came from last winter's class, and they're kind of fun. Would you like to read these ones here, all of the blue, Mr. Kong?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Thinks chocolate cake is the best food in the world for breakfast, and it's really good for your health. Respondents from last winter debate class.
Yeah.
Antonio said eating dark chocolate is good for your bad blood cells.
What?
Sugar, skin problems, get fat. How about sugar? Does it make it hyperactive?
Yeah.
Naughty students eat bad food sometimes. They don't share. What do we debate? Is chocolate cake every day good or bad? Try to answer this question. But if your teacher exists want to get to know you better, we can ask you get to know your question.
Yeah, the teacher's assistants used to go to the breakout rooms, but I think we'll use team leaders in our class, like Jenny and Ben. You guys can lead a discussion in the breakout rooms because you guys are good. And you guys are all pretty mature, you know. Like, for example, we have our chat box, and you guys are really good with the chat box. The younger students, Deanna, do you remember the chat box on Saturday? Sometimes the kids say crazy stuff about cheese pizza and cheese monsters, and it gets really weird. It's just really weird stuff. So you guys use your chat box nicely. You can ask me questions in the chat box, but we have the teacher's assistants used to help us because the teacher's assistants used to show the chats to Ms. Duke, who is the manager of this organization, and she would talk to the mothers and fathers and say, look, I have a copy of the chat box. This is your son or your daughter wrote cheese pizza 500 times and spam the chat box, and you can clearly see it because all of our classes are on video. So you guys don't say, it's okay to say something funny in chat, but don't start a fight and don't spam it with cheese pizza and all sorts of crazy stuff, right? Okay, so these were the topics from last winter, and I asked you to do the plastics. Before we do the plastics, did any of you want to share some ideas on plastics? Because I had you think about that for homework. I would hate to give you some homework thinking and I didn't cover it in class. So let me just go down the list and see. Raise your hand if you can and say, teacher, I prepared these comments for homework, because then I will definitely let you speak about your homework. All right, Ben, Tron, would you like to tell us about the plastics?
I have 5 benefits and 5, what is it?
Okay, I'm going to put them in chat, Ben, for everybody to see. Let me see. Good. Someone already used the chat box. That's good. Everyone in the meeting. Okay. It says, may I go outside, Rose? Yeah, Rose, if you have to use the toilet or get a glass of water or answer a question from your mother, then by all means, you can, leave for 2 or 3 minutes and take care of that stuff. All right, Ben, I'm going to type it here in chat box.
Thanks.
All right, Rose, yeah, it's okay to go out. Hey, Ben, go ahead.
Okay, the 5 benefits is have a low cost. It is long lasting. It is very lightweight. It's versatility. I forgot what it means. Let me see. It's like adapt to multiple, like you can turn it into multiple shapes, and you can recycle it.
Nice.
Reuse it, like reusable bags.
These are great points, Ben. And it actually is quite recyclable. I think we could make that word
Recycle.
I'm having a hard time spelling, you guys. Recyclable. Highly recyclable. Oh my God, you guys, I didn't write that right. Recyclable. Christina, can you tell me how to do the recyclable?
Recycle.
Yeah, let's just say easy to recycle. Easy to recycle. Isn't that a crazy word?
Am I supposed to put recyclable?
Recyclable if you can do it, but Zoom says that's not the correct spelling. And so what does Zoom recommend for this spelling? I'm going to do it one more time because Zoom says that's not right. And do they have a good dictionary? I don't know. Recyclable?
Recyclable?
Recyclable. That's how you should say it. There it is, recyclable.
Recyclable.
You guys want to try that? Recyclable. All right, great points, Ben. We're going to come back to them, I promise. William, go ahead, share us with your ideas. Mr. Ankiet William, please. Bentron. Okay.
What? Oh, I forgot to lower my hand.
Can we use Ben's 5 points, we'll call them, for a negative position? Ben, what do you think? Would those make good affirmative or negative for plastic?
Affirmative.
Okay, you want to go with the affirmative. So you would stand up and you would start with, how would you say it, Ben? Our team thinks.
Our team thinks that plastic brings multiple benefit that you cannot deny, and here are some benefit that we listed out.
Nice. And can you do the benefits? I wrote the benefits for you in chat. You're a lucky guy. Can you tell me what the 5 points are one more time, Ben?
Okay. The first benefit, which is most significant, is it has low cost to produce, so it can be easily widespread. It is long lasting if you use it correctly. It is very lightweight compared to others material that is long lasting, like metal and steel. It is versatile. I forgot versatility.
Recyclable, yeah.
Yeah. No, versatility is like you can change it to multiple shapes. Like you can use a bag, a box, and like other case or other materials. It's also made from plastic, and you can recycle it. So it reduced reduce the harm that you cause to the environment.
All right, nice.
RT
respectfully disagree. Can you give me a respectful, oh my gosh, respectful disagreement? Who can give me a respectful disagreement? Rose from Dong Nai, would you like to say, our team respectfully disagrees. We think plastic. Anything you want, Rose. We think plastic is
harmful.
And remember, it can be a negative thing. May, you can try. Or sorry, May or Rose. I'll come back, Rose. May, jump in. You raised your hand.
Our team respectfully disagrees because we think plastic is it's difficult and costly to recycle because it takes around 300 years to photodegrade. And it also contributes to global warming. Also, is additionally threatening wildlife and spreading toxins.
Yeah, toxins. Yeah, that's a hard word. Toxins.
Yeah, toxins.
You guys know toxins?
Toxic.
Maybe what toxic is? Can you think of another word?
Toxic chemicals.
Yeah, poisonous chemicals.
Yeah.
Good.
Poisonous chemicals.
Yeah, you guys got it. Nice work on that, May. Now there's May and there's May. You guys are two Mays. Am I saying your name correctly, May? We have May 1 and May 2, but May spells M-A-Y and M-E-Y is the other May. So if I don't say your name, say, hey, teacher, it's actually May. So who was just talking? Who just gave me those great points? Was that May?
Rose.
Oh, that was Rose. I'm sorry, Rose. Rose, I thought May raised her hand and then that was you speaking. Rose, you did a great job. I'm going to say thank you. Sorry about that, Rose. Nice work. Really nice work on that, Rose. May, you raised your hand. What did you want to say?
No, I just want to say that, but Rose said first.
Oh, Rose actually gave your comments. Okay. William, you raised your hand. Did you want to add to good things about plastic or bad things? Mr. Ankiet, William. 28.
Good things.
Yeah, good
Benefits.
things. Okay. Benefits, nice. Go ahead, William. I'll write what you say.
Teacher, it is my
I think it's
Uh-huh. Does William have some
it's
mic
all
problem?
it's also easy to clean and preserve.
Oh, that's May. Okay, so William, May was helping. It's easy to clean and what else?
And preserve.
Precise or
Preserve.
preserve?
Let me check.
Preserve?
Yeah.
Okay, preserve things in your refrigerator,
Refrigerator.
like food items, or
Yes.
to carry things out from a restaurant. All right. Okay, Rose 10 from Hanoi, what would you like to say? Remember, this is your debating time and you're doing a wonderful job, by the way.
Benefits.
Benefits. Okay, Rose.
It is not heavy, so we can easily carry it.
Nice.
It is also a water resistant.
Ooh, wonderful.
And many people use it in their daily lives.
Many people use it in their daily lives.
Yeah, good.
Nice work on that. All right. William, would you like to add some?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
I'm saying the bad thing
Okay,
of the
negative.
plastic.
Nice work, William. Here we go.
The plastics can decay, and if burn, it's in cause. It is a cause of healthy problem.
William, I put
wait.
that.
I gonna leave on this computer so I can join on a different one. Can I do it?
Yeah, please, Ben. That's fine. Thanks for
Right.
telling me. Okay. All right. William, do you want to add anything to that? The plastics, when burned, can cause health problems for the eyes and the breathing is really good. How about Kang? Would you like to add something to that? Positive or negative, your choice.
Negative. Better.
Okay. Kang, what do you say?
I want to do bad things about
Okay,
plastic.
bad things, negative things. Okay, go ahead, Kang.
Plastic is choking our ocean.
Oh, nice. Choking is when you don't have air, you don't have oxygen. Is that what you said, Kang? Choking? Nice, good word to use, Kang. Choking our oceans. Not enough oxygen. All right, Fiona, what would you like to add to it? Negative or positive? You decide.
I would like to, on the other hand,
Okay, on the other hand.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great way to phrase it. On the other hand.
Let's see. I think a plastic bag takes approximately 10 to 20 years to decay of its pollutant. And moreover, one of the the advantages of plastic is that they are not renewable. They like how to say that they are a source of energy is a renewable. Yeah.
Oh, so that would actually be a negative, not renewable. Yeah. Somebody made a point earlier. They said about plastics that they are recyclable. That was Ben. In Japan, they do have a way to break the plastic down and recycle it into gas or liquid, but some people say it causes pollution and takes too much energy to recycle. So it's a back and forth debate. We separate all of our plastics from our paper and our kitchen garbage like old vegetables. But the city of Hiroshima said the plastic is too dirty. People need to clean their plastic better. So as a negative, I would say people in Japan, this is Japan, I don't know about Vietnam, but people are not cleaning their plastics carefully enough. People with busy lifestyles, children, they just throw the dirty plastic. Maybe there's brown sauce or ketchup on the plastic. All right, Jenny, what would you like to say?
I'm in a negative team, so like in my opinion, I think that if we don't stop using plastic bag now, so it will affect our sustainable plan to make our earth become more cleaner, and it will also affect our health and the economy. Like they are trying to make the product like more. Wait. I need to. Yes, kind
of. Jenny, I did what's called an expansion on what you just said because it's very good. Not sustainable because plastic comes from oil or petroleum. So even though we try to make hybrid cars that use electric, they're still using so much oil to make plastic. I was a teacher in Saudi Arabia 2 years. That's one of the world's top oil producing countries in the world. And Saudi Arabia knows that its oil supply is going lower and lower and lower. But I told my students that the Saudi Arabian government should start changing to plastics. Usually that plastic is made in China and Korea. They send the oil to those countries and they make the plastics, you guys. And then the plastic is sent all around the world. And that's also called a supply chain, but it uses a lot of energy to send those ships full of plastic, you know. All right, I just want to see Hui Fook. Are you there? Hui, would you like to add anything to our discussion? Because I need to call on some people that I didn't call on yet. Hui, are you there? Fook, Hui Fook, are you there? Hui Fook. Yeah, hey, Hui. Hui, what's your opinion of plastics? Now, it's okay to say, I like them, right? If you get something in a plastic container that you like, you could say, oh, our family likes plastics, Brendan. No problem, Hui.
I'm not Hui.
Well, who is Hui? Where is Hui? All right, Hui Fook.
Me.
Okay, what would you like to say, Hui? Hui. Oh no, May's reading Sesame Street. May, you have to answer. May, what are you doing? May, join us. May, join our discussion. What's May doing? She's reading Sesame. May, what are you doing? May, what are you doing? Are you reading plastics or are you reading Sesame?
I'm reading my agreements.
Okay, tell me what they are.
It's also variety of designs and colors.
Oh, nice. All right, May, that's a good argument. What do you think, May? I wrote plastics offer a lot of expression with art, all the bright colors.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, kids love plastic toys. I've been playing with plastic toys since I was a child. Since I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, I had a plastic motorcycle made in Taiwan. A toy motorcycle made in Taiwan, right? All right.
Yeah.
And Fook, what would you like to say? I have to make sure everybody get a chance to speak. And Fook, what do you say? From Ho Chi Minh City, Min, what's your opinion on plastics, Min?
Plastics is very toxic.
Plastics are very.
It is not better to use.
Okay. Why not?
Nickel is take a long time to recycle.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys know, I watched a story about China. There are some places in China, small villages, where they take the world's garbage like plastics, and the people go through garbage all day to put it into different piles for recycling. But some of the people are getting sick by what's in the plastic garbage. They're getting exposed to medical waste that is maybe really dangerous for them, and they don't like doing it, but they're so poor that they have to go through garbage. It's pretty terrible, you guys. And yeah, it's really sad. And they say they don't want to do it anymore because they know it's not even good for their children. Their children walk around in sandals, and it could be that the children step on some glass or something that's inside the garbage. And they just are not happy at all doing this kind of work, but they have to do the work because they have no money, no education, no skills, no training. It's pretty terrible, you guys. Bayo and Sophie, I haven't talked to you guys yet. Can you guys talk to me? Bayo, can you give us some ideas? Bayo, would you like to change the topic? We have about 5 more minutes left. All right, I'll tell you what. Sophie, are you there too? Sophie with the pretty pink. Sophie, I'm sorry I didn't call on you. Usually I see you with the pretty pink headphones, so I always call on you. So Bayo and Sophie, can I start you guys on a new topic that you can do for Friday? Now for Friday, I don't want to give you like really serious homework the first week of class because you just finished your school assignments. And of course your mom and dad probably want you to do more homework, right? I'm going to give you a thinking assignment because you guys actually did a really good job with plastics. I want to change this now. Do you remember when I started our debate today, I was talking about chocolate cake for breakfast? And I used an extreme example, like a crazy idea, just to get a response from you guys, like teacher Brendan eating chocolate cake for breakfast, which I used to do, you guys, coffee and chocolate cake. And my Japanese doctor said, stop doing that. It's causing health problems, right? Okay, wow. So I know I should have listened to the doctor 20 years ago, and I didn't. And this is very foolish. So I learned my lesson, and now I have to stop eating sugar. So here's the question. I asked this question in January about the sugary breakfast, and a lot of the students already know all the answers, that sugar makes you hyperactive, sugar gives you quick energy, then you crash. They were really good about sugar and computer games at night. You guys already know many of these topics. Then the students themselves gave me a really good idea. They started to talk, and Ben, you might find this interesting because you're from British Columbia. The students in Vietnam started to tell me about their school lunches. They hate their school lunches. So let me quickly ask, we have about 5 minutes left here. Do you guys have a problem with your school lunches? You can like it or dislike it. Do you like it?
I like it. Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you ready for your homework, you guys? I'm going to write it here.
Yeah.
Homework. Yeah. Think about your school lunches. All right.
Oh my God.
Do you love it or do you hate it, or is it just so-so?
It's mid.
Now, remember, this debate can go anywhere you want it to go. Students were talking about bad nutrition, bad ingredients. Two students actually said in their secondary school that the students go outside the school gate and they buy food from private vendors. But there was a problem in one of the cities in Vietnam that the vendors sold the students like seafood or fish that got the students really sick. So the government and the schools got really angry and told the students, you guys, these street vendors have to make money, but maybe this isn't the most healthy food to eat, right? So you guys could discuss that, right? So do you know that story? Like eating food from the street vendors got some students really sick?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I know that.
So that's a great debate topic. You could say like, should we buy, here's some other questions. Should we buy snacks or lunch from the outside vendors? Christina, do you and your friends have the ability to do that, buy snacks from the outside vendors?
No, we can't do that.
Okay. Some students said the lunch had too much oil. Some students said the school lunch size was too small. But then other kids really liked their school lunches. One student went to international school, and they said that the international school wants to keep the students happy because it costs a lot of money to go to those schools. So they offered a really delicious lunch almost every day. So does this sound like an interesting topic? All right, so I'm going to go down the line one last time so you have a chance to speak. H. Fu from Ho Chi Minh City. Does the lunch topic sound interesting to you?
Yes, it's very interesting.
All right, thanks, H. Fu. So what you guys, affirmative team, say, I'm happy with my school lunch. Here's why I think it's great. Negative team, these school lunches aren't so good. I would change it. This is the problem. This is how I would change it. Bayo, what do you think? Like the school lunch topic?
I think it's good.
Okay, it gives you something to think about. So if your mom or dad says, what's the homework? You say, I have to think about our school lunches, good things or bad things, right? So, and Fook, do you like the school lunch idea?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna just check the chat just to see if everyone said, may I go out, said Rose. Teacher, may I go out? Yeah, Rose, you came back, no problem. Okay, there's Ben's 5 things, recyclable. And Fook, you said I have to go out. That's fine too, you guys. If you have to leave early, that's fine, because it's now 12 o'clock. Our class should be finishing. Christina, do you like the school lunch thing?
Yeah.
Good, good. How about Kong? Do you like it?
Yes.
Okay, so remember on Friday, tell me good things or bad things in your opinion. Now, the topic might seem kind of easy. For students who think it's kind of easy, then please come back on Friday with more difficult responses. You guys can talk about nutrition, too much sugar, too much oil. The conditions are dirty that they make the food. One boy said he didn't like the taste of the pork or the pig meat. He said it didn't taste so good. He was worried about that. Yeah.
But that's from perspective though, like, because like Asian country and like Western, Eastern, they're all different. Like North America and South America like have different taste.
I know.
Like some people would say like those lunches are really good, and some people would like doesn't like it. Mostly they'll throw it out if they don't like it.
Ben, this is a really good point.
So here, like we don't get lunch from the school handing out. Like we pack our own lunch because like that's what we actually want to eat. And like they have like a cafeteria where you can buy foods from, but that's your choice. Like some of those foods normally like just snack, like chips and like light lunch, like sandwiches. That's like most common for Western, but yeah, that's all.
Really interesting. Hey, Ben, I want to show you something. I was a teacher in Taiwan 1.5 years ago, and I love Chinese food, and they had bok choy. I don't know what you call this. In English, you call it bok choy. Ben, do they call it bok choy in Canada?
Nah, I don't know.
Bok choy is a Hong Kong Cantonese word. It's not Mandarin Chinese. Bok choy is popular all over Asia, like you said. And so I loved bok choy for lunch with a Chinese lunch with the cashew nuts. No cashews, those are expensive. I ate the school lunch, the school bok choy. But you guys, I got really sick of it then. Like after a while, it was just the quality of the bok choy was not very good. It was really slimy, and it would actually make me sick to eat it because they boiled it too much, right? So what started as a food I really loved, because this is really good energy food and good for your brain and your body, I started to really hate the school lunch, right? It just got tired of it.
I just eat the bok choy yesterday.
Did you eat it really fresh, or did you have it in like a dish like that?
A dish.
A dish, yeah. Now, does your mother cook it really nicely so it's still really like crunchy and delicious?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, see,
No,
that's
grandma cooking.
Yeah, now that's a Korean kimchi style spicy bok choy. Yeah, bok choy. It has a Chinese word. All right, I'll tell you what, you guys, as our final thing today, because we're about 5 minutes late, I'm sorry if you guys have other things to do. Just for fun, you guys, let's just end with this one last thing, and we'll learn a funny word here, because I had to learn this word when I lived in Taiwan. They speak Chinese traditional. So I'm going to put that bok choy, and then I'm going to put the share on so you guys can learn the Mandarin for bok choy if your family visits China on a vacation, you guys. So here it is in English.
Bok choy.
Bok choy, and here it is in Chinese.
Bai cai.
Bai sai. Bai sai.
Bai cai.
Did you guys know that? Bai sai. Bai sai. Yeah.
No, I didn't, but I only know the bai.
Oh, you know the bai. In Vietnam, what do they call it?
Bắp cải.
Ah, so it's really close. That's really cool. Thanks, Ben. Here we go, you guys. Wait a minute. It says bok choy.
Bok choy.
Bok choy.
Bok choy.
Bok choy.
Bok choy.
That's crazy. It's the same word.
Bok choy.
Bok choy. Bok choy. It comes from Hong Kong, and when the British were in control of Hong Kong, they brought that word into the English language. Okay, so remember, I'll put your homework in yellow. It's just to think about your school lunch. Remember, positive is the affirmative, and negative, you want to argue, debate against that. All right, so let's say goodbye, you guys. Goodbye, M. Phuc. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, H. Phu from Ho Chi Minh City. Ben, thanks so much. Bayo, really good. Christina, excellent. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Tiana. Bye-bye, Rose and May and Jenny. Tiana. Bye-bye, you guys. Bye-bye, William. Bye-bye, Kang. Have a great day. Bye-bye, William. Have a safe day. Have a happy day. Bye-bye.